Yes, Hakimi. Yeah. What's your question again?
Oh, yeah, I was asking. I was wondering if we could see your CV.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Give me a second. Give me a second. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, it's opening here. Yeah, can you see it? It's here. Oh, it's still uploading. Yep. This is my CV. Oh, by the way, um, for me and for you or forever, for whoever want to be in this field, you must have a difference between CV and resume. You know the difference, of course, between CV and resume. CV is you need to include everything in your career, in your professional career, from the day you start in until your current time or until the present time. Everything you've done in terms of this field or whatever field, it must be mentioned in the CV. For example, if I work as a translator, I work as editor, I work as a proofreader, I work as a research assistant, I work as a lecturer, I work as so many things, so many positions. You need to include everything in the CV. Everything must be mentioned in the CV. Any job you have done must be mentioned in the CV. Because of that, sometimes your CV could be 5 pages, sometimes could be 10 pages. Some people, their CVs around 30 pages. Can you imagine? 30 pages. Some people, their CVs. Okay, that's fine. Because you need to include everything you have done. This is for the CV. However, for the resume, it's different. Resume, you can change it, depends on the position or depends on the career or depends on the vacancy you are applying for. For example, if I'm applying for a lecturer position, I need to shorten my CV and to make a synopsis of my CV in a short form of resume. So my resume, I need to only focus on teaching, lecturing, teaching, anything related to teaching because I'm applying for a teaching position. No need to mention no need to mention editing, proofreading, translation, interpretation, no need to mention because it's not relevant. You need only to focus on teaching because you're applying for a teaching position. This is one resume. If I am applying for interpretation job, conference interpretation, so I need to mention everything about interpretation. Maybe I can mention something about translation, but then no need to mention too much work about translation. I need to mention only slightly about translation, but I need to focus on interpretation because I'm applying for interpreter job or interpreter position. Clear? No need to mention anything about teaching because teaching is not related to interpretation work. This is very important. So resume, you need to suit your CV or to suit your resume according to the position you are applying for. You cannot include or you cannot send your CV, which include everything in several fields to position or to someone who's asking for translator from English to Malay or Malay to English. You send him, I work as editor, I work as a translator, I work as a research assistant, I work as a customer service officer, I work as so and so, I work as a secretary officer. No need to do that because I'm asking you, I need interpreter, or I need a translator from English to Malay. You tell me you work as a assistant, you tell me you work as a secretary, you tell me you work as a customer service. What's the relation to my position? It had nothing. However, it's going to give you a less credit if you apply for with such a profile. In order in order to gain more credit, you need to focus on your strength points, meaning that you need to suit your resume for the position you are applying for. This is not a cheating because you are not cheating him. Some people they say, "Oh, but I'm cheating. Like I do many things, but here I need to focus only on this." Yes, this is not a cheating because logically we are a human. If you tell me I can do everything, but I don't want you to do everything. I want you just to work as a translator. And you tell me I can do this, I did this, I did this, I did that, so many things. Of course, I will not recruit you. I will recruit someone who's focusing in his life on my field, which I'm recruiting for. Clear? Okay, very good. Sorry for making it long because I just need to clarify everything for you. Okay, this is my personal CV. It includes everything. Translation, editing, proofreading. Yeah, if you can see, it's everything about translation. Maybe I mentioned slightly about linguistic, very slightly, but majority about translation interpretation.
Doctor, we didn't know that you graduated UM.
Ah, okay, yeah,
Yeah, I'm impressed. Right.
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Professional experience 2019 to present, freelance interpreter. But actually, I am working, I think here is a typo. I am working as a freelance translator interpreter since 2010, not 2019, 2010. I'm working as editor, as a proofreader, translator, interpreter since 2010. So almost like 11 years now. Okay, simultaneous interpreter with Moonspace multinational corporation, so and so, January to December 2019. Okay, yeah. Okay, can you see anything about teaching, lecturing? Nothing. Like for example, I'm working with MSU, but I can't say in the CV I'm working with them in MSU as a lecturer because it's not relevant. Even in my job, I'm teaching the translation, but also it's not relevant because for this position, I'm applying as an interpreter. So it's not relevant. You say I'm teaching interpreters, I'm preparing interpreters for the future. I don't want you to prepare interpreters. I want you to work for me as interpreter. So you have to be focused. Okay, by the way, I'm not branding myself in the front of you, but this is just because Hakimi asking to watch my CV. Yeah, yeah, editor, board member, Cambridge, international organization, yeah, International Journal of Language and Linguistics, member of Ma'al. This is very interesting, guys. If you want to apply for, it's very, very important. Since you are doing a translation interpretation, you can register with Malaysian Association of Applied Linguistics. I'm a member there, and actually, it's a very, very interesting association. They providing conferences, symposium, research projects, everything. And I think the membership for annual membership it's around 20 to 30 ringgit. So it's quite affordable, quite cheap. But it's very interesting when you mention that in your CV, you are a member of so and so, like Malaysian Association of Applied Linguists or Applied Linguistics. They have a lot of events about translation. They have a lot of events on translation. And today they have a conference also about translation. I'm presenting with them today. I just done my presentation in the morning. So member of the Asia Pacific, this is in Hong Kong. This is also very interesting. It's related to translation, interpretation, linguistics. Member of professional translator interpreters.
Okay, is it easy becoming a member for this association?
Again,
Like, is it easy becoming a member in these associations?
it's not very difficult. It's easy. But the most important is you must have educational or academic background. Yes, you have the academic background. You are a student in the diploma of translation interpretation. You are qualified to do so. You are qualified to apply because you are studying translation interpretation. Yes, you can apply for it. And when you apply for it, you will get waves for the fees you are required to pay because you are still a student. So instead of paying 50 or 100 ringgit, you will pay 20 or 30 ringgit for 1 year. So it's a quite affordable, quite cheap. Yeah, winner of the Malaysian government scholarship for PhD. Best translators from Petronas, because I used to work almost like 4 years with Petronas. Yeah, mother tongue, English excellent, very good. Chinese basics. This is some photos of my previous works as translator. This is with Petronas. Translators, this is all refers to interpretation. Yeah, that's all for my CV. It's about 4 pages. Yeah.
Doctor, since like you know so many languages, including a little bit of Chinese,
Yeah.
does it mean that you have an upper hand, like compared to others?
Yep, exactly. This is very important. It's very important to have multi languages. The more you speak language, the more you will be able to get more credit in translation interpretation. The more
Even though it
the
is
agencies will
basic.
be looking for you.
Oh. Even when the language level is basic, it is okay.
It's still okay, better than the one who's not speaking at all.
Oh.
Doctor, what's the level of basic? Like, is it like the beginner level
Yep.
count as basic or how?
Exactly, beginner level, like you can understand a few sentences, you can like do basic communication, like hi, how are you, where are you going, just basic communication. This is the basics.
Doctor, I know that you are very experienced in this field, but I didn't know that you have this type of experience. Yes, it's
Yeah, this is mind blowing.
I'm actually quite surprised that you interpret for the king of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I did for the king of Saudi Arabia, for Mr. Amin Nasser, CEO of Saudi Aramco, Tansuri Wan Zulkifli, CEO of Petronas, Tun Mahathir, Tansur Najib, and I'm waiting invitation from the new Prime Minister, Ismail Sabri, to do interpretation for him sooner, inshallah.
Wow. Doctor,
I
you're
think that-
amazing.
Yeah, so
I
this is
think
my
the former
PhD about
doctor,
translation. My master is linguistic, but focus on legal translation. My bachelor was about teaching English as second language. So I attended a coursework for around 1 month, around 30 days, for a advanced training course, CAT tools, which was about how to handle MemoQ, how to handle Trados website, Trados software, how to handle WordFast, how to do editing, subtitling, how to do video video graphics and also graphics editing, graphics editing, designing, montage, so many things. Advanced training, legal translation, certified professional, Arabic translator, Arabic Translator Society, Lebanon. So many things. Yeah, that's all about myself. Any questions so far?
Yeah, like since doctor is proficiency in legal and medical, does it mean that you have to like take additional courses to get the certification for legal and medical
Yep,
interpretation?
exactly. For the legal and medical, in order to work, with a professional organization or with a well renowned organization around the world, you need to work with them. Of course, they won't allow you just to work with them simply without any official accreditation or without an official certification, meaning that you need to register with with the American Association of Medical Translators. You need to register there, and in order to register and to have a membership, it's not difficult. It's quite applicable. You need to sit for a test, maybe around like 1 hour. You need to do the test, whether translation or interpretation. After you're done with the test, you need to pay for the membership fees. Then you can be registered. Yeah, you can be a member. And also for the legal part, it depends on the country. For example, if you want to work with US or you want to travel to US and work there, you need to register with the Judicial Association of Legal Linguists or Legal Translators. You need to sit for a test also and apply for the membership after that. Then you can work with the legal bodies in US. But the interesting part, like each country, they have their own association. If you register with the American Association, you won't be able to be recognized in Canada. Then you have to go for Canada and register for the Canadian Association. So sometimes it's a kind of financial issues. It's a kind of financial oriented or money oriented issues, because most of the countries, they won't accept you to have accreditation from other country. They want you to be accredited from their own country. That means you have to sit for the test again and pay again.
Doctor, when did you have the time to take all the training courses? Like
Okay, this is very
when?
important. This is very important. During COVID-19, like I finished around maybe 50 courses. Can you imagine? Around 50 courses I finished, online courses. I attended a lot of conferences, sometime during free time, sometime after my classes, like now, for example, after my classes at 8, I have a session. I would be working as a keynote speaker. I would be giving a speech for a conference in Indonesia at 8. Sometime like this, like sometime during working hours, but during the working days, but after the working hours, because the time's different or the time zone is different between Malaysia and Middle East. Yesterday, I was having a keynote speech with a university in Gaza. It was about like 9 p.m. because 9 p.m. in Malaysia is around 3 p.m. in Gaza or in Palestine. So for them, it's quite okay afternoon, but for us, it's going to be midnight. But I can handle it, yeah, because I'm still able to do it at that time. Something like this, yeah, it's very important. What I want to advise you all, it's very important. Since you are going to be future translator, interpreter, it is very important for all of you to attend the training, online training. There are hundreds of online courses for free. You need just to attend, register for it, and spend a few hours, maybe 1 or 2 hours. You can finish the course, you will get certificate. Why not you do it? Now it's everything become for free because of COVID-19. If COVID-19 finished, which I don't think so, if it, let's say if it's finished, everything free nowadays, it will stop. It will become paid. Then you have to pay for it. So now it's the chance for you to go for it and take it for free. So this is very important. For example, one of the most important websites that can provide free courses, you have Udemy website with Udemy courses. You can go there and register for several websites and attend the training courses for free. Translation, editing, proofreading, whatever, for free. There are some courses on Coursera website name called Coursera. They provided also many courses for free without charge, and you will get certificate after you finish. There is another website called Future Course. Also, they provided courses for free, and you will get certificates. So, yeah, many things like this. Also, recently, just I think a few months back, LinkedIn website, LinkedIn, they started creating and providing free courses in all fields for free, and you will get certificate from LinkedIn. Okay, why not you register for it? Go for it and register. Some of the courses less than 1 hour, some more than 1 hour. You can just finish it whenever you feel you are free. Go and register for it. So at least when you graduate from this program, you will be having like 5, 10 courses in your CV. It's better than nothing. I'm just finished with a diploma in translation interpretation. Do you have any other experience? No, zero experience. It's very difficult. Comparing with another student who finished 10 courses in translation, editing, proofreading, and he have also above that, he have the diploma. Of course, I will take that student. So this is the difference. Nowadays, the competition is very high because of COVID-19, and many people start learning online, teaching, and attending so many courses online for free. So you have to grab the chance and do it. This is the issue. And this kind of situation, of course, it will back up your situation, back up your profile when you go for your future position or your future career, inshallah. Any questions so far? Arif, I can see you. You are sitting and the Petronas Towers behind you. MashaAllah. You are sitting in the sky. Okay, any questions so far? Yeah, ada soalan? If no question, we can stop here. Yes, Ashraf, Brittany, Amanda.
So far, there are no questions from me.
Yeah, I do have a question.
Raise your voice.
Yeah, I think it's regarding our our certification. So because we are like we are about to finish our diploma because and since this is our last sem, and do you think like our diploma is I don't know how to call it. Is it like people from translating agency will look at us as a diploma student, or they would prefer people that has more like bachelor degree or PhD or master? Like,
Yes,
do you think for people that only study translation in diploma level has a chance to survive in this field?
yes, indeed. Sorry, I need to wet my throat.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Um, Background, especially academic background, is very important nowadays. However, skills also, it's a kind of balancing with the background, because some people who doesn't have background, but they have a very high skills in terms of translation interpretation, sometimes could be grabbed faster than the ones with the background. Why? Because they have the skills, they have the experience, but they don't have the academic background. So the interesting part is you have a stronger point to be selected, to be chosen better than them, because you have the background, but you need to improve your skills, digital skills. You need to have experience, even a slight experience, even short experience. You must have experience. How to gain experience? Of course, by attending several courses, by attending some workshops, by doing some voluntarily work for translation, for interpretation. Sometimes by recording yourself doing interpretation and posting on your social media or posting on your YouTube account. So later on, the people will be able to view, to see, to watch your profile, and will start contacting you from your social media. Nowadays, social media become very, very important key of contact. Everything based on social media, whether good or bad reputation will come to you sooner or later based on social media. So why not you get use of the social media in your own credit? Improve your social media profile. You have to have a Facebook account instead, for example, of chit-chatting or just writing nonsense post on your website, social media website, like for example, Facebook. Sometimes you want to get, I know, sometimes like we are human, we want to get our own freedom. We can get it by, for example, posting something we like, posting something we don't like, posting something make us happy on the social media. Yes, you can do, but you can create another account and make it official by your official name and post everything about your profession. So you need to start doing that, because the people, how the people going to know you, how the people will recruit you, and you have zero information about yourself on social media. Because whenever an agency want to search, they will use social media sometimes. They will use Google to check, for example, translators, interpreters in Malaysia. So if you never write anything on your social media accounts, your name will never pop up on Google. Your name will never appear. So you will never get heard from them. You will never get an email from them because you never mentioned to them that you are working in this field. So this is very important. You need to create your official social media accounts. Let's start, for example, with LinkedIn. LinkedIn, you need to create a profile. You need to create on Facebook. This is the most famous tool. If you want to create on, I do not recommend Instagram, because Instagram is kind of just for fun, advertisement or whatever, but it's not for professional use. Professional use, you can create LinkedIn, Twitter, and also Facebook. Even for Facebook, sometimes it's for sociable use, but it's still applicable, because sometimes you get some posts, some friends poke you, or some friends recommend you or tag you for some relevant jobs related to you. Yes, you can do on these three official websites. You can try to post something like about translation. You can search anything about YouTube, find some interesting video, share it in your profile, that make your connection, people of connection on this social media, they will understand, okay, I can understand. For example, I can see Sarah every day, she's posting something on translation. Sometimes she's posting news from the Star or from the New Street Times mentioning something about the translation. She's quoting and posting on her Facebook. She's mentioning some videos or sharing some video from YouTube about the translator, interpreter, some translator jokes, some translator, for example, hilarious moments, something like this. The most you share, the most your connection, people of connection will start, okay, I think she's interested in translation because you can see her post everything about translation. And then you can change your name on the in the profile. For example, you can say studying translation interpretation at MSU. Future, for example, your goal or your objective is future translator, future or conference interpreter, something like this. So the people will start knowing you, reading about you, and later on, whenever anyone of among your connection heard about someone, like for example, their grandmother, their father, their sister, or their friend of a friend, they want some translator, she will say, oh yeah, I think on my Facebook I have one lady called Sarah. Every time she posts about the translation, okay, I try to connect you with her because I think she's interested in translation. So it's a kind of this, it's a kind of connection. It's a kind of spreading word by word. How this friend knows you're doing translation because you share about translation. And now she connect you with her friend of a friend. So it's a kind of connection because you keep posting about this profession. But if you never post, she will never know about you. You will never get the position. This is the story. And the same goes with LinkedIn. The same goes with Twitter. And the second important point, if you keep creating or writing posts about your profession on this social media, later on, if anyone type on Google, for example, translator, interpreter in Malaysia, your website on social media will pop up for him because you are writing everything about translation interpretation in your profiles. Your profile will pop up, translation interpretation, okay, Nick Hakimi Izzuddin. So your name pop up, why? Because you're posting everything social media is about translation and he's looking for a translator in Malaysia. So your name will pop up automatically for him. Then he will contact you. It's a kind of algorithm issue. So it's a kind of algorithm, everything connected to everything, something like a blockchain. It's every block connected to another block. Whenever someone do this, it will connect you to that. Why? Because that one, he keep posting about the same field. So he will connect you automatically. Okay, happy with the idea? Okay, you need to start working on it. Oh, by the way, you can also subscribe to my channel in YouTube that I created for all of you in DTI. So every recording session, every presentation for the student, even for your project sometime, I upload it on my channel in YouTube. You can subscribe for it. So you can be up to date, and also you can also try to learn something from there, and later on you can create your own YouTube channels. Yeah, maybe you can just try to mimic, do something similar. Why not? I hope one day I'll be see some of you real professional translator interpreters in Malaysia.
Inshallah.
Yes.
Inshallah.
I can see that it will be soon, inshallah. Okay, any questions so far?
I do have, but I do have one more, but it's 1 minute left.
Okay. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the session and you will learn something from the session. Later on, I'll try to upload this session on YouTube, so the other students from other classes, from other programs also, they can learn something in their days, inshallah.